says free, it's free indeed.
Okay, I pull up, do my transaction, and I roll off. Another day, another dollar when getting this dope off. Me, I'm about my bread, I ain't taking no loss. I refuse to be another one of these suckers out here broke. Nah, high and dry like some linen on a clothesline. I'm the type to get it when it's go time. The preachers say I'm pumping venom in my own kind. Though I'm sinning, it's like I'm digging in a gold mine. So why would I ever stop? I pray to God for help, but it seems like help is what I never got. And I ain't never get no hand up. When we was younger, me and my brothers never had much. Look, you ain't know, but my childhood was mad rough. So you think I'm about to pass up this bag, bruh? Man, you crazy. Only thing that makes sense is these dollars. Even if it's at the expense of your mama, I'm in change, y'all. Lord, please free us from these chains. Please free us from these chains. Please free us from these. Don't you dare talk to me about who you think that I ought to be. Let me take these shoes off. You think you can walk in these? See, who you call a fiend was once a queen who would often dream. Got stuck in these chains and then lost her keys. Trapped in addiction and this thing just took over. I swear this dope is like the meanest foot soldier. Never thought I would be a pushover. People watch from afar and criticize, but they need to look closer and see I'm really fighting, I'm really trying. And I pray one day I get the strength to leave the hood sober. Got a baby boy back home that's growing up with my sister. Ain't seen him in years, I hope he ain't old enough to remember. And you can cast your judgment, I know what's up, I'm a sinner. I'm a deadbeat mom and I hope my son isn't bitter. I just need one more hit, then I'm done. Even if it's at the expense of my son, I'm in change, y'all. Lord, please free us from these chains. Please free us from these chains. Lord, please free us from these chains. Please free us from these. It's apparent, the pain of growing up without your parents. No pops and then a mom that you don't claim cause you embarrassed. Sticks and stones may break some bones, but hurt from words is hard to bear it. Go to school and get called names cause your mama strung out on heroin. She wasn't there when some things occurred and I needed her. Every moment with her as a child is a freaking blur. Every time she talked about getting clean, I believed in her. Instead she chose dope and I still don't know what the reasons were. Was just a child who was desperate for his mother's love. Though I was yearning for affection, she just wanted drugs. And how I dealt with this depression, turning up in clubs. But man, when I look at my reflection, I'm my mother's son. She was caught in addiction, but I'm no better, seeking love that I hardly was given. And all of these women, I'm just searching for something I can feel, even if it's at the expense of being healed. I'm in change, yo.
I'm bound by this constant nagging in my flesh for more. I didn't have much, so it's only right that I have everything I've ever wanted. At the cost of what you say? Who cares? If this constant nagging of needs eventually won in my life, I'd freely give it. I'm bound. I want differently, but what does that look like? These chains are fastened so tight around my soul, and I've lost the keys that all I know is greed. I'm bound by this constant nagging in my flesh for the very first high. That has been the only thing in life that has made me feel safe. I was never really good at anything in life, not even being a mother. But when I'm high, none of that matters. At the cost of what you say? My son? Who cares? If this constant nagging of my addiction eventually wanted my life, I'd freely give it. I'm bound. I want differently, but what does that look like? These chains are fastened so tight around my soul, and I've lost the keys that all I know is heroin. I'm bound by this constant nagging in my flesh for love. That's all I ever wanted, and my mom's was too high to ever see that. So I'm enticed by pretty faces and big hips, even if their only interest is the money I flaunt. At the cost of what you say? Sleeping with multiple women? Who cares? If this constant nagging of my lack of love eventually wanted my life, I'd freely give it. I'm bound. I want differently, but what does that look like? These chains are fastened so tight around my soul, and I've lost the keys, that all I know is hopelessness. That all I know is hopelessness. That all I know is hopelessness.
Lord, please free us from these chains. These chains.